Hey guys, so I asked you guys to ask me some questions, and one of the really popular questions that I got was, will you remarry? So I'm gonna answer this. For a while, I actually didn't think that I would remarry. And I've always wanted to, but I'm like, I just don't know if I'll ever find somebody, or if I'll trust somebody, or if I'll be, comfortable, or whatever it may be. And the closer, the longer my boyfriend and I have been together, and the closer that we get, and just the more, attached I get, I'm like, yeah, I could see marriage in my future. We kind of like skirt around the topic here and there, and, we'll joke about it, or we'll, like I said in a previous video, we'll say like, when we retire and things like that. So obviously that kind of like includes marriage, or at least a really long-term relationship. So we do talk about it, and more lately it's been a little bit heavier of a talk. In fact, we actually talked about, we were with a couple of friends, and we were talking about marriage, and marriage plans, and if we were to get married, like how we would do it. And which is crazy, because just by skirting around the topic and like talking to other people, we've kind of like developed a plan. We haven't we're both kind of, I don't know, neither of us are really in a rush, and I don't even know the best way to describe it, without making either one of us sound like complete jerks. We haven't like sat down and said like, do we want to get married? And part of me, to be completely honest, I never want to have that conversation. I want to be surprised. I want to, my first marriage, so with my ex-husband, we'd been together for 5 years. And I happened to be at Costco, and I, for some reason that day, just glanced and looked at a ring, and I was like, I really like that ring. So I called, he was my boyfriend at the time. Yeah, which is so weird. He was at the time, and I was like, hey, you have to come check out this ring. And he did, and we're like, yeah, we really like this ring. So we bought it. So we had this ring. We had already owned, we were on our second house, owning our second house together. So we were committed in that sense. And I'm like, okay, so we bought the ring. We just bought it. And I mean, this was before kids and before the economic plummet. So anyways, we bought it, and we went home, and I was wearing it just kind of casually, like, oh, like it's so pretty. And I'm like, okay, well, let's go out to dinner tomorrow night. And he's like, okay. So we went out to dinner, and he proposed. I mean, it was so not romantic, and so planned, and so lame, and there's nothing romantic about that story. I bought a pineapple that day and a wedding ring. That's lame. So that's how I was proposed. So part of me just doesn't even really want to go there, because I want to be surprised, and I want it to be, I've gotten to a point where I've dropped a couple hints that, I'm getting there. I'm getting to the point where I am ready. And it's only been recently that I've started to do that. So, and he started to do it before me. He actually, expressed his wedding plans or ideas to his parents over Thanksgiving. And it's just taken me a lot longer to come around or to do it in my own time. So that was over Thanksgiving. So I don't know how long he's felt that way, or that he's been thinking about it, but it's definitely been longer than me. And yeah, so he had his plans and his ideas back in November, and here I am in June saying like, okay, I'm 100% ready. Like, I can answer every question. Is like, why would I want to marry him? Why do I want to spend the rest of life with him? Like, why this and why that? And, just things like my mom's asked me, or my friends have asked me, and stuff like that. So I can answer all those questions. I'm very confident in all those questions. I know that him specifically, I don't want to live without him. Like, I want to be with him. He has become like my best bud, my absolute best bud. And we have an amazing connection. So I don't want to lose him. And not that I think I'd lose him if I didn't marry him, but I've reached the point where, I definitely do want to remarry. Luckily he doesn't watch my videos, because I want him to be nervous asking me a little bit. But if he were to ask me, I would definitely say yes. And live happily ever after, which is huge. Like, can't believe I'm even saying all this, but yeah, I've reached that point. We've been living together now since, gosh, when was it? So 5 months we've been living together, and it's only getting better. I mean, it's only getting better, and still every single day it's like, yes, I get to wake up next to you in the morning, and it's so exciting. So yeah, I definitely want to remarry. That went really off topic. It's a one-word answer. Will you remarry? Yes. I hope so. If I'm lucky. Yeah. Yeah, there's the answer to my question. And a lot of other questions. I'll talk to you guys later.